who are unhappy. We have some of you that's unhappy because school has started.
I'm happy that we at least have a long weekend.
You like what?
We have a long weekend.
Yeah, Mataji, me too.
Mataji, we cannot see you.
Mataji, me too. My school district, we have a 5-day weekend from Friday to Tuesday.
Oh, really?
We had a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
We had
Friday at
Saturday,
school.
Tuesday.
Friday, Saturday, Monday. Yeah, that's it. Those are my vacation days.
Interesting. So no, but my question was, are you happy to go back to school, or you feel like you should have, no, school should have been remote?
I'm
School
sort
should
of happy, not like
have been
everybody likes to.
removed.
I am.
The morning and say, I want to.
What happened?
School should have been removed.
Schools should have been remote. I think so.
I sort of want to go back, but like, not like 100%.
Yeah, even I like.
My school does have virtual, and I'm in virtual.
Oh, you're in
Oh.
what? Wow.
No, he doesn't have to go to school. It's virtual's is so much better. It's just that, like my school, if you're doing virtual, you have to do it all by yourself. So there's no classroom or anything. You have to do everything by yourself. You just
I really don't.
your teacher
really
just gives you work, and you don't have classmates. It's basically school without fun.
It really doesn't matter to me. Like I really like being online because I can just like relax and just listen to the class.
Yeah, even I'm like you. As long as I can just stay back home, listen to the class, I'm happy. Okay, so we are continuing our Sanskrit class, and our subject has been animals. So quick revision of what all we have seen. Animals are generally called as mrigaha or jantavaha, pashuhu, prani, mriga. All of these are indicative of animals. Then we saw about the deer. In general, if it is not specified which animal and the text just says mriga, that means automatically it's a deer. Okay. Because in those days, the forests, they always had lots of deers, and people, they like deers, that's all. So mriga in general means deer. And also the other word for deer is harinaha. That is a word. And there are varieties of deers, like the black deer is called as Krishna Ruru. Krishna, sorry, it's called as Krishna. Some are called as Ruru, and so on. So we saw all of this for deer. And then we saw the Kasturi Mriga, the one that has the gland from which the Kasturi fragrance comes out. So that is called as a Kasturi Mriga. That is the picture. Then we saw horse.
The Kasturi gland again. I forgot it.
So there is a gland in a particular variety of deer that emits a beautiful fragrance. It is called, that fragrance is called as Kasturi. So they extract that fragrance from that gland, and they use it as a scent in India and many places. So Kasturi is a natural fragrance obtained from a deer.
But Mataji, if it's a gland, then doesn't it hurt the deer when people do that?
Yes, they won't kill the animal, or they won't, hurt the animal. When the animal naturally dies, they extract the fragrance out of it. Okay.
Okay.
Then next we saw the horse. The horse is Ashwa, and we try to relate a few terms like Ashwamedha Yajna, Ashwatthama, Ashwini Kumaras. So all of them have something in common, which is Ashwa, which means the horse. And then we learned the names of Krishna's horses. So Krishna's 4 horses are Shaibya, Sugriva, Meghapushpa, and Balahaka. You should remember this because it is directly related to Krishna. Anything that is related to Krishna, you should remember. Okay. So the horses of Krishna are Shaibya, Sugriva, Meghapushpa, and Balahaka. Okay, then we saw the lion, Simha, the king of all animals. And the lion is also called as Kesari. Kesari, Harihi, all these are terms for a lion. The next we saw our favorite little monkey, Kapihi. Kapi is also called as Markata, Vanara. Vanara is so common, right? We talk about the Vanaras. And Harihi. Harihi is also a monkey. So that's where we saw the story of Narad Muni getting a monkey face. The next one we saw was Ghenu Cow. Generally, the root is go. Gavaha is the multiple, many go, where the varieties of cows are Gava. And we also saw the derived words like Gokul, Govardhan, Gopal, Kamadhenu is a variety of cow, Dhenu.
And
it
the
eat
cow
money?
eats cash.
I know, this cow eats money, dollar bills, rich cow. Huh? He produces dollar bill milk. Okay, the next one we saw was the bull and even the ox, Vrishabha, and Mahisha is the buffalo. Okay, the one on the picture is a buffalo. I don't think many people in the US have seen buffaloes, but if you go to India, they'll be in plenty. You can see them on the roadsides, several buffaloes. So they're called as Mahisha.
Yeah, people find those things everywhere. You even sometimes they bring out these giant bulls or buffaloes or whatever those things are, and people have to pay a cent or two or something. You have to pay a little bit of money to feed the thing a banana or pet it. And people walk around just doing that, and then at the end of the day, they get this much money, and they have to feed that thing, and they have to feed themselves with that.
Right, that's right, Suraj. Correct. So then we have the elephant. The elephant is Kunjara or Hasti, and Gajendra. Remember Gajendra Moksha, our 8th canto of Srimad
King of elephant.
Yes, elephant. And Karenu is a female elephant. We saw all of this. Then we saw the tiger, Vyagraha, and then Shardula. So our first canto, first verse, the meter is called as Shardula Vikriditam, the play of the tiger. And you all learn to recite that verse in that meter. That's amazing. Then we saw Varaha, or the wild boar, or a pig, you can say. Also, it's called a Shukara. Then the goat and the sheep. The goat is Aja and Mesha is the sheep or a ram. Now, who else is called as Aja?
Acha.
Jamila?
Yeah,
Acha is
Jamila?
Brahma.
Acha unborn.
Brahma. Unborn. The root word ja means to take birth. Janma, Janani. So all this is related to birth. Aja means the unborn, right?
hurts.
Because
Why
Brahma,
are you poking yourself? Acha, he's poking himself.
No, I'm not.
because Brahma didn't take birth
I'm
from a
poking myself.
mother.
The eraser.
Yeah.
Eraser's
Brahma didn't take birth from a mother's womb. He's called as Aja because his Janana, it didn't come from from a mother's womb. So he's called as Aja. Okay. Then next, we also saw a dog, the different words for a dog. The common one is Kukura, Shunaka, Shwan, Shwa, and then we saw those words, right? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmani Gavihastini, Shuni, Chaiva, Shwapake Cha. Shwapacha is a dog eater. Panditaha Samadarshi.
Yuck.
It's not this word, I know.
Dala is also dog eater.
Is it dog eater?
Okay. The next one is our mouse. Mushak.
Mushaka.
Mushaka. And our Ganesh rides on a mushak. Then the cat is Bidala, and therefore the Hindi word becomes Billi because it is Bidala. Okay, then donkey, our favorite animal, Gardaba. And then we saw Khara is another word, and then we try to relate it to the Ramayan where Karadushan were actually killed, right, by Lord Ramchandra. So Khara, actually his name itself means he's a donkey. And then, yeah, these are some words for donkey. Then Manduka. Oftentimes, if someone is really stupid, they are called as Manduka. So my Sanskrit teacher will call us Manduka. Then fish, we all know Matsya, right? Matsyavatar, Matsya or Meena, Jasha. These are all for the fish. Tortoise kurma, you all know this. Kurma kachakaha. Another very commonly used name for tortoise is kachapa. Butterfly, chitra patanga. Patanga generally means something that has wings and can fly. Chitra patanga means something that's colorful. Chitra is artistic or colorful. So chitra patanga means butterfly. And pushpa patanga, because this butterfly goes from flower to flower, also called as pushpa patanga. Okay, and the last one we saw was Bhramara Geet, the song of the bumblebee. Radharani is here and the bumblebee is going near her and the bumblebee is buzzing. Zzz. And then you have this beautiful chapter in Bhagavatam called as the song of the bumblebee, Bhramara Geet, Bhramara or Madhuka, because he is a collector of honey, right? The bees collect honey, so they call as Madhuka. And Madhu is nectar or honey. Okay, so we've revised everything. Now we're going to get into today's topic, which is birds. It's a continuation of our animals. We're going to see lots of birds today. It's going to be interesting. We'll learn lots of things and so lots of secrets in Sanskrit also when we are trying to learn the names of different birds. Okay, now birds in general, they are called as Dvija. Dvija, okay. Now here comes the fun. What did I tell you? What did I say Aja is? Aja means?
Unborn.
Unborn and
Unborn. Yes,
Girl?
unborn, not born. Ja means to take birth. And just, unborn. Now what is Dvija?
born. Born.
Twice.
Twice, yeah. Twice born, right?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, can you hear me? Twice born. So who do you think are twice born? Generally, when you read
Brahmanas.
Brahmanas, excellent. I love that answer. Excellent. So Brahmanas are called as twice born because they are born first when they take birth naturally. And then when they get initiated into the mantra and they get the sacred thread, they become second born. So they're called as twice born, Brahmanas. Actually speaking, even Kshatriyas and Vaishyas are twice born, actually. But generally, commonly in the world, we say Brahmanas are twice born. Okay. Now, now birds
My
are
mom
also,
is twice born.
which one, ma?
My mom is twice born.
Our mom, our mother is twice born. Okay, our mother is also twice. Hey, you're very intelligent. Yes, she is twice born. When she gave birth to you, she's born again. Yes, very nice. Very nice thinking. Okay, now how are birds twice born?
They born,
No
they
idea.
give birth
And then
from eggs.
there is the point. First, the mother bird gives birth to an egg, doesn't give birth to a bird directly, right?
Yeah.
First, the egg comes, then from the egg hatches and the little bird comes out, right? The baby bird comes out. So therefore, the process is double. First, the egg comes, then from the egg hatches and the little bird comes. Therefore, birds are also called as twice born, Dvija. Now, there is one more thing that is twice born, which is very funny. Okay.
A butterfly.
Butterfly also comes from egg, huh? Yeah.
It comes from egg, then it turns into
Caterpillar and then
caterpillar, and then it's
Pupa.
then it's cocoon, then it's butterfly.
multiple born, right?
You're born 3 times.
The cycle keeps on going.
Yeah, the cycle keeps
Long
on.
process.
The 3 times born animal, butterflies.
Try-born.
Yeah, multiple born. Anyway, now I'll tell one more. So we saw bird is Dvija, meaning born from egg. And then we saw Brahmanas are generally called as Dvijas. Now, there is one more thing that is called as Dvija. It is on your face. You have to find out what it is. It's a quiz. Try to find out. Which
Eyes,
comes-
ears.
Skin.
no, maybe for a
Eyes, ears.
Eyes.
Eyes.
okay, listen to the meaning. Okay, twice born. First it's born and then it's reborn. Which one?
Where is it? On my body or my face?
It's on your face.
Hair?
Mouth.
Hair.
You said hair, then you said mouth. Hair is also decently good.
Nose.
Teeth.
Teeth. Yes, you first get your milk teeth and then your permanent teeth, right? How many of you have your milk teeth fallen off? You're all 7+, right? You should have had
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Me.
Yes,
I did, Mataji. I did.
your. Yeah, even I did.
I did also.
I did also. Okay. So we all had our milk teeth and now we have our permanent teeth. So Dvija also means teeth. So how do you understand which Dvija they are talking about? You should see the context of the words. Okay. If they are talking about some person, obviously it's Brahmana. If they're talking about a body part, oh, something about, Krishna smiled and the light emitting from the Dvijas was beautiful. That means what? We are talking about his teeth. Okay. Then if I say the Dvija was flying in the sky, then you should think that it is a bird. So you see the context of the sentence and understand what the Dvija means. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see what birds generally are called. Like how we saw Mriga and then Pashava, all these are animals, right? General terms. So what are birds called? Birds are generally called Dvija. Okay. They're also called as Khaga. Okay, you can write this down. From here, you have to write down if you have not yet started writing. Start writing down the Devanagari script with the meaning and the word.
I read it Pakshi.
Pakshi. Pakshi is very commonly used, right? Pashu Pakshi. Then Patanga. We saw Chitra Patanga's butterfly, right? Patanga means anything that has wings and flies is Patanga. So technically, even flies and, everything that has little wings and flies, like even some insects, some insects fly, right? They're all called as patanga. Anything that has wings is patanga. And then another word is andaja. Like how we saw dvija, anda. Anda is egg. So that which is born from an egg is andaja. Andaja. So that is also a bird. Now I'll ask you one question. Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question. Who is called as Vihageshwara?
Garuda?
Garuda, because Vihaga means bird. Vihageshwara is the Lord of all birds, is Garuda. Who is called Khageshwara?
Mahadev.
Huh?
Shiva.
Yeah, Lord of birds.
A lot of birds. Garuda.
Yes, same Garuda.
Yeah.
Correct.
I said.
Yeah. So Khageshwara or Vihageshwara both mean Garuda only. Okay, Garuda is only the Lord of everyone. So the Lord of all the birds is Garuda. These are his names. There are many names for Garuda. Some of them are Khageshwara and Vihageshwara. Okay. So you can write down these. Please write down the Devanagari for your own reference. Dvija, Khaga, Pakshi, Vihaga, Patanga, and Andaja. These all mean birds. Okay. And once you're ready, I'll go to the next slide.
I'm not done yet.
You take your time and tell me when you're done. We'll move to the next slide. Okay. Oh, we are so slow today, right? Aren't we? Usually we go super fast.
Mataji, I'm done.
You're done? Okay, let's move on. Anyone else send the slides on
I
the...
also finished.
Okay, good job. So now,
1 minute.
vulture.
Mataji.
Vulture is called as Grida. Grida. Okay, who's Gridaraj?
Huh?
Gridaraja. Who's Gridaraj? Huh?
Is it Garuda also?
Vulture. It's not an eagle, it's vulture. So
Jatayu, Anna.
Jatayu, correct.
Oh.
In Ramayana, he's called as Gridaraja, the lord of all the vultures. Jatayu. Yeah. And the stork, okay, it's a stork is the little bird, or not little bird, huge bird you see on the right hand side.
Bakasura.
Yeah, so baka or baka. Now there is something interesting. In Sanskrit, sometimes va and ba are interchanged sometimes. So whether they say here, you see stork, it says baka, right? The Sanskrit script is bakaha. But bakaha is also correct. Okay, just like how you can say Vrindavan or Brindavan, both are correct. So Bakasura or Bakasura, both are correct. So this is a stork. It's a bird kind of appearance with a long beak. That's called as a stork in English. Okay, it has a very long beak, and that is because sometimes in some translations you see duck, right, or some translation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a kind of a duck with a long beak. That's called as a stork. What else words they use for Bakasura? Duck, then stork.
They sometimes say crane too.
Crane, yeah. Crane, stork, they're all like very closely related.
It's
They're
not
all
on the
similar.
screen.
Yeah, crane, correct. Oh, crane is sarasa. Crane is sarasa. They are very closely related. They look very similar. So crane is sometimes called as sarasa.
They look very alike.
Sarasa,
Sometimes you can't say it.
Bakaha or Bakaha, and then Gridaha. Gridaha is vulture. How many of you like the owl?
I like the owl.
I know, it's so cute. Ulluka, Ulluka. Very common in many places. You'll find the Ullu.
Yeah, in many languages.
In Hindi, it's called Ullu, right? If I'm not wrong. Ullu. That's
Yes, Mataji.
yeah,
In my
Ulluka.
language, it's called uluka.
Ulluka, yes, the owl.
And swan is also the same.
Yeah,
Hamsa.
swan is Hamsa. Everyone knows the swan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then kapota is the pigeon. Like in Hindi, it's called kabutar, right? Kabutar.
Like passenger pigeon?
No, passenger pigeon
Like the passenger
is
pigeon?
like a different kind of pigeon, but now it's extinct.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what.
Kapota. You know, they send messages through these.
Pigeons. Like they send like scrolls.
Yes, God.
Yeah. And the
Let's-
swan is actually a more refined bird than a goose. Okay. The goose is a silly, it's a common bird that you see here. A swan is much more refined and more elegant and beautiful.
They're
and-
not, I don't think swans they're usually on the water. You don't see them on land.
Yeah. And in fact, you don't see them
Swans
in many
and
parts of the
gooses
world.
are the exact same.
Actual
except
swan,
they're
a real Hamsa is known to be only somewhere near the Himalayas. You don't see Hamsa anywhere else. Actually, technically, you cannot see a real.
I have seen swan in a lake.
They look like swans, but they are not swans. They are some variety of goose, actually. Yeah, but a real swan
They were in the water.
you know which swan I'm talking about? The swan that can separate milk and water. Only that particular
Yeah,
swan.
that was the one.
Yeah. That is found only in somewhere near the Himalayas, I've heard. But the others and all are like, yeah, they are also called swans, but they are relatives of gooses. Yeah, goose or geese, whatever you call them.
Oh, so is that why swan and geese usually look the exact same, except the feathers are a little different color?
Yeah, feathers, and also if you give milk to the swan, they say that the swan can separate milk and water. I don't know how it does, but that's what scriptures say.
I think I know how it does.
Oh, density, huh?
No,
Ah,
it's feathers.
with its
It's-
feathers, it does it? Oh,
It's
wow.
feathers. People did many magic tricks on the internet, and then like with tissue paper, they took the tissue paper and put milk water, and then they took two containers, and one is filled with milk water, and they put the tissue, and the water gets separated from the milk. The milk is in the right jar and the water's in the
Oh, really? Can you send me where you found that?
So like similarly with the feathers, the swan does that.
Interesting. Wow. That's really good piece of information, Suraj. Thank you so much.
And
And
Mataji, I don't know how to send you that.
I'll find it. Now that you have told me what to do, I'll find it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we have to end because our Madhva kids are here. Vansha kalpatarudesha kripa sindhu devacha patitanam pavanam. We'll continue next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Thank
Mataji.
you, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you, Sitapriti Mataji and Preethi Rashmi Mataji. Closing the call.
Hare Krishna
Big
Mataji.
red
Jai
bye
Mataji.
bye.
Hare Krishna.
Bye.